What's happening, everybody? Bringing you a live video this morning. I am on 75 northbound. I just left Dalton, Georgia, and I'm headed up to Cincinnati. Actually, no, Cleveland, Tennessee right now. How's everybody doing out there this morning? I hope everybody's doing great. It's Wednesday morning. Appreciate y'all joining me. I'm going to give it a few minutes for everybody gets kicked in, and I'm turning the video around. And let's do a little live view today, just a live ride. I don't know if you want to call it riding in the passenger seat, whatever you want to call it. I will be answering questions today, live questions and answers. If you have any questions for me, I won't be able to type back in the comments, but I will be able to read them and I'll be able to answer back to you best I can. It's about 10:30 in the morning, Wednesday morning. So if you're just joining me live, I am 75 northbound. What's going on there? Donald Hood, good morning, buddy. Appreciate you joining me. Like I said, I'm live right here in Tennessee. I'm going to swap this camera on around here. I'm still getting swapped around. There we go. I'll wipe off the back of the camera real quick. Apologize, y'all. I got this little Android phone that I'm using, but let's see if I can get that thing straight right there. There we go. So yeah, I'm live in Tennessee. What's going on there? Hassan Razah. What's up, buddy? Appreciate you joining me. So if you're just joining me live, let me tell you what's going on. I'm live in Tennessee. I'm on 75, headed to Cincinnati, Ohio. I left Georgia this morning. So like I said, I will be answering questions. If you've got questions, I'll be able to briefly look over and see the comments. I can't type back because I am driving, y'all, so I'll do the best I can. But if y'all got any questions for each other, y'all more than welcome to chat it up. It's a live chat room there, so y'all can talk back and forth. But I appreciate all my new subscribers and everybody joining the channel. Like I said, this channel is all about trucking life. So I bring you the good and the bad and the ugly, and I talk to you about good things, the bad things, and anything to do with trucking. And I also talk about positive stuff. I talk about the Bible some, and just about life in general. But so anyway, so to keep an update of what was going on with me, me and my trainee AD, I got a trainee with me. We got to Dalton last night, or actually, I dropped our load and went down to Adairsville, Georgia, to pick up our next load. And we picked up a load, and they had some trailer brake issues, and the trailer brakes were out of adjustment, and it wasn't safe to drive that trailer. So I called in, and they told me to bring it by the terminal, and they didn't have a mechanic get to fix it until this morning. So we ended up having to stay in Dalton last night. We just took our break there. They got it fixed this morning. Now we're off. So it wasn't meant to go, but it sucks. I could have made more money by driving to Cincinnati last night, but it all ain't about the money, y'all. It's about being safe. And it's about doing the right thing. God has a way of working things out. Like maybe it wasn't meant for me to go. There's a lot of snow happened last night in Cincinnati, which is cool. But God has a way of working things out. It could have been an accident, could have been a wreck. So I'll take the little breakdown pay they gave me, and I'll just keep on moving on. You know what I mean? And that's the way it's got to be. It's all about your attitude. Definitely. What's up, 71 Cowboys? What's happening? What's up, Hazan from Pakistan? Got Donald Hood here. If you're watching me live, y'all let me know in the comments where you're at. What's the temperature? What's the weather like there in Pakistan? What's going on, Oswald Robert? What's happening? Y'all let me know where you're at and what the temperature is. Like I said, I'm just going to leave the camera on for a little while today when we ride. Let y'all kind of see some of y'all. Some have some videos of people asking me to start doing some vlogs. And most of my stuff is educational, and I do talk positive stuff, and sometimes I have some messages that God gives me. I feel like I should talk about what I do. And some days, just like today, we just go along for the ride. So, and I can try to take CDL questions and answers whenever I can. You just gotta ask me. I'll definitely do it. But yeah, let me know what the weather is where y'all are at. Today it's 58 degrees where I'm at. I'm in just outside of Cleveland, Tennessee, headed toward Knoxville, Tennessee. So if y'all ride with me for a little while, y'all get to see some of the Tennessee mountains. I'm going to cross over that and cross over the Jellicoe Mountains here in a little while, and then we'll cross Knoxville, Jellicoe Mountains, and then we'll go into Kentucky, and then about 3 hours across Kentucky we'll be in Ohio. What's up, everybody? Sorry, I don't know why the camera keeps swapping around, but sometimes it hits a little bump and it swaps back to me. But anyway, so yeah, this is I'm in my little Peterbilt here, and we do riding along. So I swap this camera back around. There we go. Yeah, I gotta look at my ugly butt. How many of y'all know what mile markers are about? Let's talk about mile markers for a minute. Y'all know anybody in the room right now, anybody that's watching, y'all know anything about the mile markers? All right, let me give you examples. See, we have mile marker exit 25. Mile markers, what they are is to be able to locate you where you're at, so you can determine where you're at in each state. All right, when you're headed northbound, mile markers are counting up. So we're at 25 right now. It's mile marker 25. The next one's going to be 26, next one's going to be 27, next one's going to be 28. All the way to get to the very end, which I believe in Tennessee, I have to look at my atlas, I believe it's like 160 something, 168, 167, something like that. So you always know how far you are from the next line. Now, if you're going south, they're counting down. So if I was going back southbound on 75, and I was at exit 27, that means I'm 27 miles from Georgia. Exit 26, 25, 24, it counts down. So when you're going north, they count up. Going south, they count down. Y'all follow me on that? When you're going west, they count down. When you're going east, they count up. So you can kind of keep, so not only if you have an accident or something, you say, where you at on mile marker 25 in Tennessee, they know exactly where you're at, or you're right past 25. Somebody can find you, locate you. Plus, you can determine how far you're away. So used to, back in the day when we didn't have our trucker GPSs, we would go by mile markers. So to give you an example, right now, I am, if say it's got 170 in Tennessee, it's like 160 something, but I round it off. So I know I'm about 120 miles right now. About 140 miles is where I am right now from the Kentucky line. So I know that's about 2 hours and 20 minutes, right? From the Kentucky line. Then once I get to Kentucky, I know it's 180 miles off across that state. So I know that's 3 hours at 60 miles an hour. So I take the 3 hours and 2.5 hours. That means I'm 5.5 hours away from Cincinnati, because Cincinnati's right there at the border. So you kind of keep an idea of where you're at and how far off you are. So Salt Lake City, Utah, snow stop. Wow, what's happening? Now, I haven't been to Salt Lake City in a couple months now. We used to deliver out there. We delivered to Shawn. I gotta see this guy emerging on right here. I have to slow down and let him on here. I don't have to, but it's the best thing. I don't want to run him off the road. So you gotta be courteous to drivers whenever you're driving. There we go. Sorry about the bouncing. I've got to get a little better stable camera here. So that's how mile markers go. So you can kind of keep up with it. So if you have an atlas, which you should, you can see how many miles are in each state. So I know when I'm at Georgia, if I'm in Georgia, let's say I'm in Georgia and I got to go, and I'm in mile marker 300, and I got to go to the Florida line, I know that I'm 300 miles away from Florida because it's counting down. So if you look up how many miles in each state, you can easily add up the miles and see how far you're away. So, what's up, Brian? What's happening, buddy? Appreciate you joining me. Appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Today's a little different. I'm not really doing an educational video. Well, it's kind of educational. We're just talking about CDL talk. I had people wanted to ride along with me on the ride today in Tennessee. And so I just got the camera up on the dash. We got it rolling, and I'm answering questions. If people got any questions for me, anything to do with CDL or life, I'll answer for you and talk to you. I would play the radio, give you some shotgun music, but every time I do that, they get me for contraband, or not contraband, what do you call it? Copyright. Crazy. So I can't DJ for you, but I can answer questions. Brian said, did you get caught up in that storm? I said, no, I didn't. I got caught up here in Georgia. We picked up the trailer in Adairsville, and I was headed to Cincinnati, remember? And I picked up the trailer, and it had some brake issues. And the brakes were out of adjustment. I couldn't slide the tandems, and then we had some issues with the ABS light. So I called my terminal, and they told me to go to the terminal, and for me just to shut it down for the night. They would have a Rosedale mechanic fix it this morning, and they got it fixed. So we didn't go nowhere. So I'm headed there now. Yeah, that's what it is. Let's see here. What's up, Bigger Wesley? What's up, Michigan? What's going on? You on your home time? That's good. 75. Good morning, Miriam. Headed to Cincinnati, Ohio. So, Brian, you're caught up in that snow. Where are you at? Are you in Indiana or Ohio? How bad was it? It says the temperature looked pretty good. It says like 30. It was like 34 degrees. So it shouldn't have been icy. Just probably a lot of snow. Is that what it was, or what's the deal with it? I'm not there, but I'm 345 miles away, so I'll be there. I'll be there here in a little bit. Yeah, I'm in Tennessee, Miriam. Headed to Cincinnati, Ohio. So probably can see some. They're supposed to be got hit with a lot of snow last night, so I'll bring y'all some snow videos later if y'all that want to see the snow. Louisiana, okay. Louisiana. I like the South. I'm moving to Alabama, y'all. I'm about to move to Alabama. I just bought a house. I live in Georgia, but I just put an offer on a house and got accepted. So we're waiting to see if it closes, and then I've never lived in Alabama, so it's just it's a lot. The housing cost is a lot cheaper out there. The cost of living is a lot lower, and I'm tired of the city. I live in Atlanta now, right outside of Atlanta, and I've been really tired of Atlanta. I live about 25 miles from Atlanta, and it's overcrowded, and everything's expensive, and there's traffic everywhere, so I decided to move to the country. So we got us a little small house on top of a mountain. It's a little 3-bedroom house. Nothing fancy, but all me and my wife and son need. That's good, Brian. Okay, so you headed back to Missouri when you get. Well, enjoy your hometown, man. I'm glad you're home. Ain't nothing like home time. I'll be home this weekend. That's my goal. I'm going to do this trip, maybe one more, then I'm going to take off this weekend. Today's already Wednesday, so yeah, I'm going to try to get home by Friday, Saturday, something like that. Reduce speed during wet conditions, it says. That's cool. That is true. Wet conditions, you need to reduce it. It ain't that wet there right now. I don't know why I got that, but So I was talking to my safety manager earlier at the terminal, and he asked me if I wanted to be on the accident committee, which I don't know what all that entails, but I said maybe. I don't know what that means, but he said he'd call me later and talk to me about it. So I don't know what that means. We come in once a month for meetings and go over company accidents or something. I don't know. But we was going over. I was asking them about different people, instances people having to let people go. What are some of the tickets that people have been getting lately? And he said that a lot of truck drivers are getting tickets for being in the left lane. Now I can be in the left lane here because there's no sign posted. You can be in either lane. Because I'm going faster than this FedEx guy. But a lot of interstates, you got 3 or 4 lanes, it'll say no trucks in the left 2 lanes or no trucks in the left lane, and you get in that lane, you're going to get a ticket. And you get 2 of them, you're going to get a suspension from Rosedale, or you're going to end up getting fired. So drivers, if you're out there and it says don't be in the left, don't be in the left lane. But he told me something that was really scary last night, and it really bothered me, and I don't understand why anybody would do this. But he said he had a young kid, and I don't know how young he was, but he was driving, and he said he was going down Mont Eagle last week, and he was going 25 miles over the speed limit. The speed limit for trucks going down Mont Eagle, y'all, is 45 miles an hour. So if he was going down Mont Eagle 70 miles an hour in a big truck, that is not good. Then at the very top, they have this thing where you have to, is where you check your brakes, you're supposed to stop. And y'all know about what I'm talking about. Y'all hit that like button or hit that thumbs up button, or you let me know in the comment. But on the top of Mont Eagle, before you go down, if you're headed back east, they have a facility to pull in and tap your brakes, and it's like a little red light, green light, just to make sure your brakes are working. It's like an inspection area, self-inspection area. He didn't stop for that, and he rolled down at 70 miles an hour like he didn't care. And that is very dangerous, y'all, because y'all can go down a mountain 1,000 times too slow. You don't even go down at one time too fast, something happens. What's up, Mr. Pre-Trip? Okay, yeah, definitely holler at you, for real. Yeah, I'm just Trucking Live. That's my handle, Trucking Live. Yeah. I'll definitely holler at you, Pre-Trip. If I ever hear you on the radio, definitely, most definitely. I think everybody should have a dang CB if you're a trucker. Yes, sir. I definitely agree with that. You know, I got a ticket for that a long time ago. You got to have the bridge law there strict about that in Florida. You know, that 41 is supposed to be for 10, about all states. California is 40, but most states are 41. But yeah, I was in Florida and I got a ticket like that years back. I was just picked up a load. My tendons are all the way back. And I went to sleep and then I got up next morning. I was empty. And I pulled out and I had them all the way to the back and I got a ticket for it in Florida. It sucked. I felt so stupid. That was years ago. But yeah, definitely, I feel you there, Brian. I've done the same thing, man. It sucks. But yeah, I see in the comments, Brian's talking about make sure you have your tandems all the way back, empty or loaded in Florida. Make sure they're not all the way back. Make sure they're the 41 mark. But yeah, that's your bridge law. Bridge law is very important, y'all. Very important. Here's how you tell. Okay, when they say 41 foot, what does that mean? That means 41 foot from the center of the kingpin to the back. I'll tell y'all a little trick to how you can measure it if you don't have any markers on it. The truck's 53, trailer's 53 foot, right? All right, the kingpin's always 3 feet in. So if you start from the back at 53, you take off 3 feet, make it 50. Get a measuring tape. You measure 9 feet in, that'll be 41. That's 3 feet. It is 53 foot, 3 feet in. You just measure from the back. So if you measure 9 foot in, you'll be at 41. You measure 10 foot in from the back with a ruler, that's exactly where you'll be. That's called bridge law. Yeah, I try to play that too. They still wrote me a ticket. Yes, sir. Yeah, so we're talking about bridge law this morning. Bridge law is very important, y'all. Let me tell you a bit different. You're better off getting a ticket for being overweight than you are bridge law. Did y'all know that? Yes, sir.
That's a rest area.
Yeah, you need to stop? Yeah, I got you. About 6 miles up here. I'm trying to stop at the rest area. So we're gonna pull over in the rest area in a minute. But yeah, so let's go over bridge law. When I say that, I found out a while back that, you know, if your bridge law is not set right, they can give you a ticket for that. So if you're over the 41 mark, what I'm talking about, you get a ticket, and that ticket will count points on your, not only your license, it counts CSA points, and it hurts your company, and you probably lose your safety bonus from your company. Now, you get an overweight ticket, it doesn't count against your license, it doesn't count against your company, it doesn't give you no CSA points, but you will have to pay a fine. So you're better to be overweight than you are bridge law. That's fact. What's up, Florence, Kentucky? What's all going on, Lucy? Luca? Is it Lucy or Luca? I'm sorry. I'm going to be in Florence, Kentucky in a little bit. On the way to Cincinnati, Iowa. Every time I go through there on 75, it's got that big water tower, and it says, Florence, y'all. I know exactly where you're at. Yep, I'm in a 23 Peterbilt. That's right. I'll definitely do that. Brian, name is pre-trip, and it says Fat Boy on the side of the truck. I got you. I got you, buddy. I'm in old Rosedale truck. There's a lot of Rosedales on us, but you probably can't miss my big ass walking around. Said, do you like Italian trucks? What do you mean by Italian trucks? Which one's an Italian truck? I don't know the difference. I'm a little dumb when it comes to stuff like that. Break it down for us there. Give us an example of a Italian truck. I don't know what you mean by that. How long you been in Florence, Kentucky? Yeah, we go through Florence, Kentucky. If y'all just joining me live, I'm on 75 northbound in Tennessee. We're right outside of Knoxville on the way to Cincinnati, Ohio. Just doing a little CDO talk. We're talking about trucks. We're talking about being overweight. We're talking about not bad overweight. We're talking about being trucks being overweight, talking about bridge law and stuff. Yeah. Some of them you can, most of them you can't. That'll get you in trouble in the rest areas. I live down there, and I've parked on a few of them, and they've started a lot of laws about running you off on the ramps. You get south of Atlanta, down in South Georgia, they usually don't mess with you too bad. It's mainly north of Atlanta, all the way up to Dalton or Cartersville, Iverson. They're pretty strict around there. But you get south of Atlanta, they don't really bother you on the off ramps too bad. But they do north of Atlanta for sure. And you know, South Atlanta will too. You just gotta get further on south. You gotta get away from Atlanta. I agree, 100%. Yeah, parking's been an issue there, Brian. Parking's an issue for truckers always. You know, we have to park, we have to take our break, and you know, a lot of these truck stops are full, and it's forcing us, a lot of us drivers, at nighttime, it's hard to find any spot. So it's like, it's forcing drivers that don't really want to drive at night to drive at night and have to park during the daytime. I notice a lot more drivers. You know, I'm in an area where I can't find parking, especially up northeast. I'll have to go and park. You have to get parked around 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon to get a spot, which is bull crap. I totally agree. Then you start, you know, you stop at 5, you're starting, you have a 10-hour break, you're starting at 3 in the morning. And that's usually what I've been having to do lately, you know. 6, 7 o'clock, it's full, truck stops are full. They need more truck parking, I agree. I mean, these rest areas get full. They have rest areas, but they get full, but they don't want you parking here and there. So, luckily, you know, I do a lot of my same routes, and I know my areas pretty good. I kind of got an idea of where they're going to be full at and when I need to stop. And I stop. I stay at a lot of shipping receivers. I do. A lot of shipping receivers I stay at. You have to do these days. No, I agree with you, Brian. I agree. 100%, man. 100%. It's about 10:52, almost 11 o'clock here in East Tennessee. You just joined me live, 75 northbound. We're about to pull off this rest area real quick. I usually put my blinker on about a quarter mile back. Let everybody know what we're doing. Alright. Another thing, speaking of parking, another thing I can't stand is when people park in rest areas, not at the rest areas, but outside the rest areas, when they park all the way down the thing, which is fine, but when they get up all the way on the interstate, I think that's very dangerous. You'll see them park past the rest area, like beside the interstate, and that's crazy. One good thing about rest areas, you just pull right on in, you don't have to dang. Yeah, that spot, put your hand together. So you have to watch your trailer right here when you're pulling in and just kind of straighten her on up. Boom. Then you come over here and you log off duty. Let him go to the restroom real quick. There we go. So anyway, what's going on, everybody? We're gonna take us a little break real quick. Stretch the little back. Oh my gosh. Pretty good there. These right here are really good. These essential waters, really awesome. I drink these right here. The purified water's got a 9.5 pH higher balance, isn't it? Overachieving H2O. Oh, I drink a lot of water. Water's good to keep you hydrated, y'all. Very good. I take my medicine while I'm waiting on my trainee. So if you just joined me live, I'm in a rest area off 75. My trainee just had to use the bathroom, so we just stopped. I gotta take my medicine real quick. Yeah, BD, it can be definitely. What's going on, Shannon? Rosedale, Canada. Okay. You a driver for Rosedale, or you working at Rosedale? Shannon Hamilton. Hi from Rosedale, Canada. Okay. I'm Rosedale, Georgia. What's up? As far as flavor water, Brian, I just go with the regular plain water. That's what I think. So, Brian, you drive for Swift. Okay. Shannon Hamilton said she's from Rosedale, Canada. Okay. You work at the terminal up in Canada, or you're a driver? I don't actually do none of the Canada stuff. You know, I do on the U.S. side, but I just trained a driver, and his first run was to the Canada, so he just went up there. His name is Tevin. That's awesome. Wow, 24 years. Okay, great. Yeah, I started with Rosedale back in 2008, 15 years ago. Then I left Rosedale, and I went to a few other companies. But I've been back with Rosedale for a few years now, a couple of years. But I like Rosedale. Rosedale's a good company. But I've never been to the Canadian terminal. Never been up there. I go to Minnesota a lot. I got a passport. I need to do it. Well, actually, I don't have my passport. I need to get one, but I could. Okay. Well, if I ever come up there, Shannon, I'll definitely tell you, hey, you've been there 24 years. That's crazy. That's awesome. You ever come down to the U.S. side? Yeah, I've never been to Canada, period. What's up, Big Dog Bulldog? What's happening? Hey, I appreciate that, Brian. Brian, so let's all hit that thumbs up. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, man. I don't do a lot of these lives, but I do. YouTube wants me to get up my my watch hours. I'm not monetized, so I don't get paid on Rosedale. Even though I've got 13,000 subscribers, I haven't made a dime off YouTube yet. And I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it to actually help drivers out and help drivers succeed. But I do agree, I need better equipment, y'all. I need, I'm dealing an Android phone. So a lot of people are like, God, your videos are awful. I mean, they're good videos, but they look bad. One guy said, man, he said, your camera's got a glow around it. He said, I think Jesus is about to walk out on it. And I know, I deal with the Android phone, y'all. I'll do the best I can. I'm not a professional YouTuber. I didn't start this channel to be like, oh, I'm going to be the best trucking channel out there. I'm going to have high-tech equipment. I'm just no truck driver, y'all. But I'm getting a lot of good response back. I'm trying to help drivers. I have a heart to train. And I try to teach people the right way to drive, the safe way to drive. Because I see a lot of accidents. And the reason I started it is because these driving meals, these schools are like driving meals. They're just teaching people how to drive, get to see the others. They don't actually teach them to be truck drivers. So when I get them out of school, they don't know about bridge law. They don't know about weight. They ain't taught all this stuff, and they don't know about truck driver etiquette. So I said, I need to do something. So I started this channel, and it helps me be safer because I'm talking about safety all the time. And when I'm talking about safety, it reminds me, it reminds you, it gets the conversation going. I see too many drivers out here that are getting hurt and hurting people, and we all got families. Whether we're not a truck driver or not, we have a wife, a daughter, a husband, a dad that's driving, and you don't want a truck driver to impact them. So I believe what I'm doing is helping drivers and helping other lives and family lives. So that's why I started it. Plus, I have a heart. I want to talk about God. So I do talk about scripture. I talk about living in faith. I talk about, living in sin and doing things that's going to better your life and not being negative and speaking things into existence. And there's a lot of suicide out here. There's a lot of drug use. And I'm an ex-drug addict. So I said, God, if you want to build this thing up, help me build this up and let it be your platform. So yes, I talk about trucks, but also I talk about God. When God lays something on my heart, whether it's talking about drugs, whether it's talking about divorce, or whether it's talking about whatever, I'm going to talk about it because I give this platform to God. That being said, I have to have 4,000 watch hours before YouTube starts paying any money, and we've got about 2,000, close to 2,000 watch hours. So I started doing these live so that way it'll help build that up too. So by y'all watching it, hanging on, hitting the like button, that helps out a lot. It really does. And when I do get some money, I'm gonna buy an iPhone. I'm gonna get me a laptop, and I'm gonna do a little better quality video. So y'all stick around on Trucking Life with Shawn, and I promise I'm gonna learn and I'm gonna do better. I'm not a high-tech YouTuber, but I'm gonna get the videos better. Same message. I ain't gonna change. I ain't gonna sell out to companies. As far as I don't run ads for companies unless I know they're a good company. Like I talk about Rosedale because I'm here at Rosedale. I don't talk about Swift. I don't talk about that, but I don't talk about other companies that might be bad or good because I don't know. I give you my opinion for what I know. I will do interviews with people. So if you work for a company and you think they're a good company and you want to do an interview with me, send me your email information. My email is on the if you look at my page, you'll see my email. Send me your email and your contact information and email, and I will call you and we'll do a split live screen. You can talk about your company all you want, good or bad. I want to tell things about trucking, good or bad. I had a guy on that got caught smuggling. He got smuggling people, and he lost his CDL. And I did a live interview with him about a month ago and brought him on. He told his story and how he messed up his life and all that stuff. And then I did another live interview I did with a CDL instructor. So I'm going to start doing live interviews too. So I appreciate all that. Shannon said, I've been to Dalton Terminal a few times 18 years ago as a passenger. Okay. Appreciate it, 71 Cowboys. Appreciate it, Big Dog Bulldog. Yeah, you do got to have a lot of patience, man. A lot of patience to be a trainer, and it definitely does. So yeah, if you don't have patience to deal with it, you might not want to deal with it, but you do. I get some good drivers and some bad. I got a good trainee right now. He's in the bathroom, but I get good ones, and I get some bad ones too. Dee says, Shawn, there's a Chinese truck driver guy living in Vancouver, Canada, as well. He has like 60,000 subscribers. He said in the video he makes good money doing YouTube though. He's monetized. Yes, I haven't that yet, so I don't know. I'm not in it for the money. If it makes money, that's great. I do have a vision. Yeah, okay, Brian, if you want my email, it's in the, if you click on my channel and go to details, it's there, but it's Shawn Gresham, SHAWN, GRESHAM 90 at gmail.com. But if you just click on the icon of my name and go to the channel, you'll be able to go to the description of my channel and you'll be able to see the email there. But it's ShawnGresham90 at gmail.com. But yeah, I do have a vision of what I want to do, and I'll share that with y'all. Eventually, I want to get once you get enough subscribers up, and I do like a little membership where people pay like $3 to $5 a month. The membership money is not going to be for me. It's going to be for me to do a hotline for truckers. That's my goal, is to have a phone line that I could give out, my personal number, and then if I had to hire a couple, it gets really big, I want to hire a couple truck drivers that can be around the clock, or if I got other drivers that will donate their time, their phone numbers that could be on call to help drivers. As far as if you're in an area and you don't know how to park, and you need somewhere to park, or want to have a service you can call, or you're having a problem with your fifth wheel, or something's going on and you don't know how to, you're in a bad situation, or if you're suicidal and you need somebody to talk to, you're feeling depressed, or if you've got a drug addiction, you just need somebody to talk to. I want to have a truck line for truckers, 4 or 5 people working around the clock that can answer calls. That is my goal, y'all. Eventually, to do that as a nonprofit, to help truck drivers out. Because truck drivers, sometimes we just need somebody to talk to, and we need to better work through some things. So that's my ultimate goal. But we'll see how it goes. I just started the channel September 3rd, and it's going to grow into that. And when it does, I want to be a help for truckers. But God knows my heart, and He knows what I'm trying to do. So we just I don't take donations. I ain't took no advertisement money. I'm just letting this build up. And once it starts, start getting paid, monetize, I'll be able to do some things, and we'll go from there. But right now, I'm just trying to put out good content, and y'all must like it. Y'all watching me, so that's good. So I do appreciate it. I do. I hope he's all right. He said he had his bathtub, I guess. Might have been them gravy and biscuits I got him this morning from Georgia. Some damn gravy biscuits dug you up, big dog. All right. Yeah, these can be expensive. I get a pack of these, and then at Love's I get free refills. So I go into Love's and I'll fill this back up with the cubed ice and water, and I fill it up like that. So I get like a pack of these a week, and then I just run off to my refills or whatever. And then if I'm not around Love's, I'll grab one, and they usually last. So, but I do drink a lot of water. I believe water is really good for you, especially out here. Being dehydrated actually keeps you, or can make you sleepy. So if you're hydrated, you can stay awake longer, your blood does longer, and you just feel better. So, and it's better for you. You don't need all those carbs and sugars, you don't need all that crap. So, most definitely. Oh, man. So, another thing I got on my mind, y'all have pigtails on your truck, right? You know, electric connection, and I did a video on this earlier, but a lot of people don't know this. I was telling my trainee, if you ever pick up a trailer and the lights are not working on it, or if you have an ABS light, not always, but if you take some starter fluid and you spray in there, sometimes the lights come right on. They don't get a good connection. Drivers will put fifth wheel grease in it, and it gets corroded and gets gooey in there, and it doesn't. Sometimes they put the grease in, thinking it's going to work, but it messes it up really, and you'll see all kinds of nasty stuff fall out of it. But you spray it, and my always saying was, just try a couple squirts, see if it works. So sometimes you don't have to call breakdown. Some people are like, well, I'm a company driver, I ain't trying to save, but it's about not just about saving your company money, it's about that too, but your time is money. And you break down, you spend 4 or 5 hours in Love's waiting. Yeah, you could just do a couple squirts and that'd have been it. That saves you money. But as far as your company goes, people go like, I'm a company driver, I ain't trying to save them money, they make enough money. Well, you wonder why you ain't got a raise, driver. If your company's making money, they're going to give their drivers raises, or they should. But your company needs to be profitable. So I don't look at it as, I'm not an owner-operator, screw that. That don't matter to me. I'm still going to make the same thing. No, because I want my company to be profitable, so that way I'm profitable. And if my heart's right, and I do right, then therefore I'm going to be blessed. So quit being a sleazeball. Quit being lazy, y'all. Do the right thing no matter what, and you'll sleep better at night. Exactly. I sleep good at night. When I go to bed at night, I know that I've done the right thing. I ain't ripped nobody out of no money, and my heart's right. That means a lot. And I used to be on drugs. I've done drugs before, and I've lived a crazy life. And I was a scammer back in the day, and done some stuff that was stupid when I was younger, and it ain't worth it. Fast money comes and goes, and then you got to deal with the karma and all that stuff comes back on it. I live a much more fulfilled life going to sleep at night knowing that my heart's right. So if your heart's not right, give it to God. Tell God to come in your life, forgive you for your sins, and He'll let it go. Let that past go and move on. I was talking about that other day, about your past. Some people let past come back on them and let them just destroy their life thinking about it. It's okay to visit graveyards. You visit a graveyard to mourn. You visit a graveyard to reflect on the past, so we can learn from the past, so we can move on. But we don't live there. So if you're in the past, you're thinking about it all the time in your mind, and you're just constantly dealing with what you did in the past, you got to get your blanket out and go move on. You don't want to live there. We're not meant to live in graveyards. If you live in a graveyard in your mind long enough, and you're thinking about the past long enough, you're going to die. You're around the dead all the time, you're going to die. So if you're constantly drinking, shooting up, smoking, doing drugs, whatever you're doing, and you're living in the past and just drilling about that, you're going to die, physically and spiritually. But now, like I said, it's okay. We're only human. We're going to think that stuff's going to come up in our mind, like, that's something I did that or whatever. But you move on from it, okay? You move on from it. You got to move on from it. If you've got an alt against somebody, or somebody's done you wrong, you got to forgive them. See, people tend to think about forgiving and forgetting is one thing. It's not. You can forgive, but you don't have to totally forget what they've done. Remember, forgiveness is not to vindicate them. No, I forgive you, so you're good. No, forgiveness is for you, so you can let it go, so you can be gone. So if somebody's done you wrong, just because you forgive them, it doesn't mean that they are right. It doesn't mean that they're vindicated. It doesn't mean you're setting yourself free. Because Not forgiving somebody can drive you crazy in life. It can hurt you in life. It can bring you down. It can destroy you. So you've got to forgive. You don't have to forget it, because you got to move on from stuff. I get it. You got to move on, but you got to remember, okay, this guy did me wrong. I don't have to hang around him no more. I've got a family member in my family, and I'm not gonna go into details of that. He did me really wrong, and I haven't spoken to him. I forgive him, but I don't have to go around him because I know his lifestyle. He's trying on drugs. He's not living right. He's not good for my kids. He's not good for my wife. He's not good for my family to be around. So I don't have to hang around him, but I have to forgive him. So I forgave him, but I ain't got to go around him. So you see what I'm saying? So you got people in your life, you just move on. Just because you forgive somebody don't mean you got to have them over for Sunday dinner. Don't mean you got to bring them back in your life. You can say, hey, I'm done. I forgive you. See you, bye. You ain't got to forget what they've done. And so, but you gotta forgive people. But just remember, forgiving them don't mean you gotta let them back in your life. So I hope that helps you out. I ain't trying to confuse you on that, but it's just serious. It's, a lot of people live with stuff where they're just constantly hating on, all upset. You hating on somebody, it's only hindering you. You can hate somebody so bad, but just because you hate them does not mean this doesn't affect them. They're still living their life. You're only hurting yourself. So let go of the hate, y'all. Y'all let it go. Let it go, let it go. I hope he's all right, boy. He been in the bathroom 17 minutes. I know that because I've been off duty for 17 minutes. Hope he's all right. Anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that crap. Get it, that crap, whatever. So how's everybody doing out there? Y'all talk to me while I'm sitting here. Y'all let me know how you're doing. I actually can retext and see back here. Yeah, let me know how you're doing now. I froze up on me here. Let's see. Dude, big old yellow truck there pulling one out. My trainee might have ran away. That is true. He could have ran away. I don't think so though. He's got a lot of stuff in here. He might have ran away though. Brian Walton said that he trainee run away. I don't know. Nah, what it was is that was old-fashioned Georgia gravy biscuits this morning. It ended up hitting me. I done went to the bathroom, so I think it just hit him. I don't know. We ain't gonna talk about that crap though, right? Appreciate whoever hit that like button a while ago. Thank you on that. That helps move the algorithm along so we can get these watch hours, so we can get monetized, so we can start getting better equipment and getting better stuff out here. Y'all have any ideas y'all want me to do? Jimmy said, yo, bro, good morning. Yeah, man, I'm trying to have a good day. Trying to. Jimmy Mack, MTA. Jimmy Mock. Shannon Hamilton said, nasty storm coming up. Yeah, that's what I heard. I'm going to start coming up there eventually. I'm going to get my passport and start coming to Canada, I believe. But I like running down here south, staying out of the storms, you know what I mean? I am getting a little worried about my trainee. He might have did run away. I hope not. It's crazy, huh? If y'all just joining me live, I'm sitting at a rest area on 75. I'm waiting on my trainee. He had to go to the bathroom. I'm sitting on 75 in Tennessee. We're headed to Shawn plant up in Cincinnati. We've got a load we're going to drop there, and then we're going to go down to Louisville, Kentucky, and pick up a load and head back to Georgia. So that's the plan today. So we got about 300 miles up there and about 500 back. So about 800 miles left. Probably going to do all that today, but we're going to try to do as much as we can. But yeah, Winnipeg, that's where it's at. So you're at the Winnipeg terminal? Oh, you're in Mississauga. Is Mississauga not at Winnipeg? Is that totally different places? So those are two different places. See, I didn't know that. Someone needs to put an up-to-date video on pre-trip to me. Newcomers have some help. Yeah, definitely. Okay, I'll do that. I'll make it up-to-date. I'll do a good up-to-date pre-trip video. I will. I'll do it the way the CDL school wants it done, and I'll do it the way I do it. There's two different ways, but I'll show y'all how we really do it out here. See, I had no idea. Okay. So our trucks don't even ever come to Ontario, do they? Or do they? And Winnipeg is in Manitoba. See, I had no idea. I've never been to Canada. So, okay, that's interesting. I'm glad to know that. See how much I know? I don't know nothing. I'm just an old American Southern driver. Come on, trainee. Where you at? He might have got it in there. Might not have been no toilet paper. 22 minutes? Oh, well. Let's see. What's going on, Huey? Sunny Jamaica. What's up? Well, you know, I get it, dude. I get it. So you're in Jamaica, and you're thinking about coming to the U.S. The biggest issue is a family situation. Means all four of us would have to make that transition. It was suggest. Okay. Well, it's a lot. You'd have to come over here, probably stack some money up first, then get a move back over here. But there's definitely money in it. Yeah, that's up to you, bud. You know, if you want to get CDLs, I mean, find your company that's not going to have you going a lot. You know, find a company like, you know, that I worked for at Rosedale and move around there, and then you get back every 2 or 3 days, so it wouldn't be that big of a deal. That's crazy, yeah. Shannon said if you come to Winnipeg in the winter, don't forget the fuel conditioner. Yep. Minus 40. I've never been in a minus 40 temperature. That is crazy. I think my teeth fall out. There goes my trainee, y'all. Gets everything worked out. I'm going to ask him. What's up? Everything work out?
Straight now. I think that was the last one. I think I shitted them hot ass noodles out.
He said them hot ass noodles. What's up, man?
Yeah, them motherfucking noodles was hot, y'all. Let me show y'all what they is.
Yeah, I forgot he ate some hot noodles too.
Man, look, these. I advise y'all don't ever get them.
There's somebody up here that on the line right now that works at the Rosedale terminal or the home terminal in Canada. Mm-hmm. Minus 40 degrees there.
Ain't no way.
Minus 40. So make sure you put fuel conditioner. I was going to say, ain't no way.
No way.
He said you couldn't pay her enough to go to the Winnipeg. She's in Ontario, but the Winnipeg terminal is negative 40. That is crazy. I couldn't do that.
You gotta be built for it tough for that weather.
Yeah, man. All right, let's get it. So how did you find my channel, Shannon? Just curious. That's crazy. Somebody that works from Rosedale in another country found the terminal. That's cool. Or not terminal, found the channel. Just curious. All right, we're going to pull out this rest area real quick and get going. That's cool. Yeah, it's weird how algorithm does that. It just randomly pulls up. So how'd you find me there in Jamaica, Huey? Was you searching for trucking videos and found it, or just curious? So we got somebody from Canada online right now. I got somebody from Jamaica and somebody from Pakistan. So I'm just curious how my videos pop up all the way over there. That's crazy. Yeah, that's a good thing. Yeah, maybe. That might have been it. I just wonder how it connects me to somewhere in Pakistan and Jamaica and stuff. It's cool. I mean, I'm not mad about it. I think it's a cool thing. All right, let's get it. Yeah, see by here, people park all down through here. I'm fine parking on soda, but all the way down here, it's not right. Nobody's doing it now, but people will literally park all the way up to where that FedEx truck is up there, y'all. Which I think is ridiculous. It's crazy. It's not safe to park on the side of the road, y'all. And no matter how tired you are, if you're gonna do it on an on-ramp, not an off-ramp. And not on the side of the road where somebody going, 78 miles an hour, loop the trail, and blam, run into you. It's crazy. Well, I appreciate you, Huey, joining my channel. I really do. Brian said, is there a time limit on how long to do a pre-trip, post-trip? You should show 15 minutes minimum. I always show 15 minutes if it takes me 10, but it should take, 15 minutes to do a good field trip or pre-trip. Now, post-trip, really, no, it don't really take me that long. It might take me 5-10 minutes, but I'll show 15 on it. On my post-trip, I just kind of walk around and briefly look at everything. But on my pre-trip, I try to do a good, thorough pre-trip. But I got a brand new truck, so I wasn't looking at everything as good as I did. So I was getting my pre-trips done in about 10 to 12 minutes, but now my truck's about a month old, so now I'm going to get back into doing a good pre-trip again. So it should take you a little over 15 minutes to be correct. I'm back driving, y'all, so I'm a little slower on answering y'all's comments. Just bear with me. Hey, I think it's not just the noodles, man. I don't think it's the noodles. I think it's everything else. AD ordered, man, he had 3 pizzas last night. 5 things of noodles. What did you, AD? He can't hear me out yet. Breadsticks, cheese sticks, chicken. I think you starved to death or something. We got terminal. Lord. Boom. Oh, wow, that thing slipped around like that. It's going to look like that. Quit. I hate when my camera does that. It just randomly throw it back around at me. I don't need y'all looking at me. Y'all need to look at the road. I gotta look at the road. I gotta look at the road with me. Y'all just joined me live. I'm on 75 northbound, right outside Knoxville. We're in Tennessee. Headed to Cincinnati, Ohio, doing this live stream. Come on. I work for Rosedale Transport there, Brian. Brian asked me what company I work for. Rosedale. Hey, y'all hold on a minute real quick. I got a phone call coming in from my company. I'll be right back, y'all. Hold on. You there? Everybody there? I'm back, y'all. No, I'm not doing flatbed, Brian. I'm actually doing van. Yes, sir. Dry van. What up, the 53-foot dry van? Okay, yeah, I don't know Nikki. I don't know her. Shannon said that they helped one of our drivers yesterday. Nikki, she was in Manitoba. She had a problem with her trailer. She's great to work with. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea who she is. No idea. Over here for just a second. I need to check something on my logs real quick.
kilometers left. Turn left on I-75 South.
Go right over here real quick. Let's on around just for a second. All right, y'all. I appreciate all y'all joining me this morning. I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here. I gotta do a swap up here real quick with my trainee, and I will holler back here in a little bit. Hey, y'all be safe out there. Appreciate y'all subscribing. Appreciate y'all liking my videos. Y'all try to share them as much as you can on Facebook, Instagram, anywhere you can, so we can keep growing this channel. Because without y'all, we couldn't. I appreciate every one of y'all.